There are certain golden rules of wealth advisory. First is never criticize your competition, praise them. Know why you are different. Know why you are different, your unique selling points. Keep up to date about your industry, your product, and competitors. No one ever sells a product. People pay for their expectation of what the product will do for them. Buying satisfies your need. Find a need, match it with the product, service, or advice you have, and you will have a customer for life. Build value, maintain price. I'll just explain you what is value. Benefit first, features and solutions last. Ask, don't tell. One of the basic traits of a good wealth advisor is they are very good listeners. They are not very good talkers. This ability to listen is what distinguishes a great wealth advisor from a normal wealth advisor. And when I say listening, people talk about active listening. I go beyond that. I say when you are able to listen to things which the client is not even speaking, then you become the real wealth advisor. So there are certain things which you will have to judge by just interacting with the client, and the client would never say so. After a point of time, we become apt in even understanding things which the client is not saying. That is listening for me. Don't strive to close a deal. Aim to open a relationship. This is a business of relationships. This is actually a business of relationship. Always undersell and overdrivel. So deliver more than what you promise. Test assumptions. And this is the biggest mistake new wealth advisors do. They believe whatever the client is saying. Most cases you will find even the client does not know their own financial situation. So you need to go deeper and get the facts before creating a wealth advice. Best sources of new business is your top 10 clients. Never stop prospecting. Today's laurels are tomorrow's compost. So there's a question which I ask the current wealth managers to ask their top clients. And it's a very powerful question to ask. The question is, where can I meet people like you? Where can I meet people like you? It's a very, very powerful question to enhance your business, because the answer to this question will give you so many prospects, and prospects which are your ideal clients, prospects which lead you to your ideal clients. So you should always ask references. You should always ask your top clients, where can you interact with more people like them, right? And asking reference is of two types. One where the client refers a name and address and asks that person that talk to this person and he'll solve your wealth advice problem. Second is this person only tells you the source where you can find more people like him. And both are very powerful to grow your business. So when it comes to promotion of wealth management practice, your existing clients are the most important, most potent source of enhancing your business. Now we talked about value. What is value? Benefit upon cost is value. So what is the benefit which the client actually receives or what he perceives that he will be receiving? divided by the cost he is paying is value. So if benefit is higher, cost is lower, the value would be higher. Now, for example, suppose you are somebody who is promoting mutual funds. Now, when a client buys a mutual fund from you, what is the benefit he is getting? What is the benefit a client gets by buying a mutual fund? Benefit of buying a mutual fund?
Gives him exposures to various stocks which otherwise is difficult.
Okay, you are saying he gets a diversified portfolio?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
He gets into a
Anybody?
disciplined way of investing,
So
over a
he
long
gets
period of time.
so he gets a disciplined way of investing. So because he is forced to invest without having to decide every time whether I should invest or not. So you are by a SIP mode, you are forcing him to invest. So that create discipline. Yes, good. Anybody
And
else?
yeah, so he also gets professional expert uh,
Okay.
knowledge in
So
this.
okay. So his portfolio is managed by somebody who is professionally expert in investing. Okay. Anybody else? Now, for us as wealth managers, the real benefit of investing in mutual fund is the goal a person would achieve by investing into the fund. And we should move away from this habit or this way of promoting financial products for the perceived value in terms of returns. Returns is not what you should promote. What you should promote is the goal that because you are investing in this fund, you will be able to pay for your son's higher education. The reason I say so is that goals are more permanent than returns. Return always goes up and down. And as the return goes up and down, the client would go up and down if the relationship is based on return. So my advice would be always make the client goal focused, not return focused. So benefit is the goal he or she will achieve by by going with your advice and investing in this financial product. Now, what is the cost? What is the cost of investing in a mutual fund? Is the
Expense
cost
ratio.
the percentage charges by the fund?
Expense ratio.
Expense ratio, is that the cost?
So
No.
for the client, the cost would be, what if he doesn't invest?
Right,
What is
ma'am.
that he's yeah
Right. So
missing?
the cost, actual cost for the client is opportunity cost. What if he had not invested here? What is the next best alternative for him to invest? So instead of investing in a mutual fund, if I had not got this option, I would have invested in the fixed deposit. So for me, the cost is fixed deposit and the benefits associated with the fixed deposit, both in terms of returns, in terms of the safety of capital, in terms of reinvestment risk, whatever you call. But the cost is the next best opportunity which I have. So that means the opportunity cost is the cost. So benefit is the goal I get. Cost is what I am leaving to come here, the opportunity cost. If benefits are higher than the cost, value is high. Value is high. And if value is high, the client would go for it. So to make somebody invest or heed to your advice, you have to multiply the benefit and divide the cost, reduce the cost. Now, if I ask you, what is the risk of investing in a mutual fund? What is the risk of investing in a mutual fund?
So you don't have any control over what the fund manager does.
Okay, so you lose control over the portfolio, right? The constituents of the portfolio. Yes. Anything else? Any other risk?
So the market risk, it will, if you're suggesting equity or mutual funds to them, then obviously the way market will move, funds
So
will
it,
move.
so it will be marked to market. So if
Yes.
market goes down, so the fund value would go down. Okay. Any other risk?
Any other instrument which is giving better returns than mutual fund.
That means the opportunity cost of investing there. Any other risk? The real risk of investing in a mutual fund is not in terms of returns or loss of control. The biggest risk here is not being able to achieve your financial goal. That's the risk. Because I just told you, move away from returns, go to goals. And if goal is the focus, then what is the risk? Inability to achieve your financial goal. I require maybe 20 lakh rupees after 10 years for my son's higher education. If I do not have that money at that time, is a risk bigger than that? No, that's the biggest risk. And everything else is because of it. So if you make it goal focused, both in terms of benefit, cost, and risk, the relationship changes with the client. And I would advise that all of you make this relationship goal focused, not return or market focused. And you will have a relationship which is much more stronger, which would be able to do with times which are difficult. Because when times are difficult, the client needs to be reminded about their purpose of investing. Make the purpose of investing more important than the process of investing. And you will have relationships which are much stronger, much more stable, etc. etc. So when I talk about value, it is benefit upon cost. If benefit is higher than the cost, the client would see the value.